Friday, everyone. Ashley and Kaylee here again for your Friday Cooking with Kaylee. And today we're going to be doing some healthy homemade dressings because we think that they are so quick and healthy that there is absolutely no reason to waste your money on store-bought stuff. So we're going to be doing 3 recipes for you today, and I think they will all be done within about probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah, maybe even less.
Yeah, maybe even less. So for those of you that want it, we've added a link above, like right where we have the title of the Facebook Live. We've added that link to sign up for the email, and we'll send you the recipes after. So you don't have to worry about writing any of this down. Just watch, enjoy, learn a little bit, and then we can send along, okay? So I'll let you take over.
Okay, so hello everybody. We'll get started right away because I know a lot of you are busy today. So we've got 3 recipes. One is just kind of my go-to, what I make regularly. And then we took 2 recipes that we love. So the first one is actually from Dr. Axe. So for those of you that don't know who Dr. Axe is, he's a huge resource for Ashley and I. His website is literally Dr. and then Axe, A-X-E.com.
Yeah.
And he's got so many recipes, things he can teach you about food and all that jazz. So we're on there all the time learning. So this is one of his dressings. It's a lemon tahini salad dressing. So we'll get started.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me just see if anybody's saying anything. It looked like, hey Tara, how's it going? Kids napping, perfect timing. Perfect. Yay! That's amazing.
Okay, so to start this recipe off, you're going to use a 1/2 cup of lemon juice. So Ashley and I are firm believers on using real lemons and not buying a store-bought squeezy bottle. We actually looked up some of the ingredients that are in the lemon juice the other day, and it wasn't very pretty. There was some cancer-causing ingredients in there, carcinogenics and stuff, so keep it clean. Get the real lemons, and to save yourself so much time, you gotta invest in this $10 lemon squeezer. You just pop it in, squeeze, no seeds, it comes right out. I'm telling you, especially if you're drinking your lemon water every morning like you should be, you need to invest in that product. Okay, so we're gonna do 1/2 cup of lemon juice, and then we're gonna do 1/2 cup of olive oil. So many benefits with olive oil as well, essential fatty acids especially. All right, so there's a 1/2 cup of olive oil.
You're going to say something especially...
I apologize. My brain's a little foggy. You can probably hear that I don't sound the healthiest right now. So I was like, Ashley, you might have to jump in when I'm like start to go blank a little bit. Okay, so we've got the lemon juice and the olive oil. Now we're going to do tahini. So this one is going to call for 1/2 cup of tahini. So for those of you that don't know, tahini is just a sesame seed butter.
So it's funny because Kaylee told me the other day, I love tahini, and I was absolutely obsessed with it when I was pregnant. I was craving it all the time. And then Kaylee told me yesterday that it was super high in iron, and I didn't know that. And I'm like, oh my God, that makes sense. Like my body was talking to me when I was pregnant and then making me crave this because it needed more iron. And then some other benefits it has above and beyond that is it's really good for your skin as well, which is good for like anti-aging.
Yeah.
And it's like really high in minerals and essential vitamins and stuff. And can you think of anything else that's really good for? Has it protein in it?
It does have protein in it.
Yeah.
I was just checking actually the back because I was trying to remember. So we said it was high in iron, but it also does have calcium as well.
Oh yeah, calcium.
Yeah. So this, if you never had tahini, you can find this in the health food section of pretty much any health food store or just the grocery store. And the only ingredient in this is sesame seeds. That's it. So it's super clean. So yeah, high in calcium, high in iron. And so good for your skin.
Yeah, so good for your skin, but you have to stir it up a lot, and you're supposed to keep it in the fridge after. So I know some people don't keep their nut butters in the fridge. You should really keep your tahini in the fridge after.
Yes, 100%. From there, what do we have? We've got honey. So 2 tablespoons of honey. I'm not going to measure this one. I'm just going to guesstimate it. And you can also obviously modify any of these. If you like it a little bit sweeter, add some more. If you don't want the sweet, don't put so much in. You can always play around with salad dressings. They're so forgiving, which makes it really easy. Okay, we're also going to throw in some garlic. Oh, no, that's ginger.
I found an organic lemon juice in the ingredients listing. It says only organic. Yeah, I use the same one as you, Krista, probably. It's the one in the glass bottle. That's always typically on the top shelf, and that one is fine. It's the lemon juices that you find that will have like a number of things listed in the ingredients that isn't so good for you. So although convenient and a little bit cheaper, it's really not that good for you and does have known carcinogenic properties when they're mixed together. So it's not just the individual ingredients, it's when they're actually mixed together and kind of how that reacts with your body. Just to answer your question. Yeah.
So we're gonna add, I think it is 2 tablespoons. That seems like a lot. Oh, 2 cloves of garlic. All right, so I already pre-chopped mine up. Also, I wanted to show you guys another gadget too. Like, I detest chopping garlic, detest it, and then you just stink and whatever. So just get yourself a garlic press. I think I've had this, I think my mom passed it down to me actually. It's from, what's that called?
Kitchen Plus?
Pampered Chef.
Oh, okay.
From like years ago, but this thing is a lifesaver. You just pop it in, boom, press, and then your garlic comes out perfectly chopped. So we'll add that in. And then all we're adding is some salt and pepper. Again, sea salt, because we want to get those minerals in. Some of that. Some pepper. And then all you have to do is blend. So I'm just going to use my magic bullet.
We'll be loud again for a moment.
It'll be quicker than the muffins though. This one won't take long. Give it another little go. All right. And there you have salad dressing number 1. So this would be good. It is a bit like the thicker dressing. So I really actually think this would be good on kale.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good on kale. And probably even like dipping a couple raw vegetables into.
Yeah.
Just as like instead of like a hummus or whatever.
So this is actually pretty thick. So I probably, if I was going to put it on a salad, I personally would add maybe some water or some more olive oil to it. Right now, it's almost got like a hummusy texture to it.
Yeah.
So that would be really good for dipping. So again, just modify, do whatever works best for you.
Yeah, and I find when I make dressings with tahini in general, they even thicken as they sit. So I don't know why, because you wouldn't think that it's like an expanding agent. But just don't worry when you go and you grab it like the next day or in a couple days. Just add some water and blend it again, and it's good to go. Super quick.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, when I make salad dressings too, when I put them in the fridge, like a lot of times I'll pull them out and they've almost went solid and it looks kind of unappealing. Just pull it out for like 10 minutes and it's all going to just break down and go back to liquid form. It's because you're using real ingredients. A lot of the salad dressings, when you buy them, have things in them to prevent them from actually turning solid. So it is totally fine if they turn solid. Just let it rest. If you have to throw it in the microwave for like 15-20 seconds to get it started, that's fine too.
Yeah. And that's why salad dressings off the grocery store shelf that are just sitting there for months at a time that don't solidify and don't need to be cooled probably aren't that good for you. So something that you have to throw in the fridge and that can solidify is a good sign.
Yeah, it always kind of freaks me out that you can buy them and they don't have to be in the fridge.
Yeah.
They're just on the shelf.
You can keep them in your cupboard for like 6 months to a year or something.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Anyways, on to the next.
On to the next one. So this one actually is from one of my all-time favorite nutritionists. I have a bit of a girl crush on her, Julie Danilek. Oh, I was going to show her book to say, give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I have it right here. Because I was just using it. Anyways, this is her book, The Hot Detox. It's an amazing book. Her recipes are awesome, so Ashley and I are always kind of pulling from that as well.
And she's Canadian.
Yeah! And she took my program a long time ago, and she knows a hell of a lot more than I do. But I will get there one day.
Of course.
So this is from her book. So this one is called The Detox Salad Dressing. So, here we go. Let me get this out of the way.
Is there anything I can do to help clean up? Are you good?
I think I'm good. I think I got everything prepped.
Okay.
So this one, what's cool is it actually has hemp hearts in the dressing. So we know that Ashley especially loves her hemp hearts.
Every day.
Every day. Lots of protein. So it's 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts.
Lots of protein and healthy fats too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good for sustaining your energy.
Yeah, I love them in my morning smoothie. Then we've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to guess. I'm getting pretty good at the guessing.
I never measure my salad dressings.
I never measure anything. That's why we both were saying before us that we're really bad at baking.
Yeah.
Because we don't like to follow the recipe. I just like to go with what feels good. Okay, then we're going to do a little bit of water. Where's my Brita?
Let's see if anybody else has any questions while you're doing that. Not so much. I can't see who's on it right now. Yes, okay, great. I use it in my dressings because it's so easy. Oh, perfect. How many days? Oh, great question. How many days would you say this lasts in the fridge for?
Make sure it's sealed, so you want to have a lid on it. I'd say 3 to 5 days. It all depends. Like, I go through them pretty quick.
Yeah, I've actually had mine up to 7 and I have not got sick. I've been fine. But I think the recommendation is 3 to 5.
But I really don't think it would be a problem
Yeah.
to go longer. Tablespoon of honey. I often substitute maple syrup too for any of these things because I'm obsessed with maple syrup. This is the Canadian in me, I guess. And now we have some lemon juice. We're going to do a tablespoon of lemon juice. So just squeeze that in there.
Did a bicep workout.
Right? Same with the garlic press. Sometimes it's like, I was struggling earlier when you were
were.
here. It's like, oh god. All right, so we got that. And then we're going to do some chopped fresh ginger. So I already previously chopped this as well. I'm gonna guess that's about a tablespoon.
And a ginger would be a big ingredient to put in there that is meant for like the detoxing, hence the detox salad dressing. So ginger's like anti-inflammatory and stuff. So any other benefits?
Good for bloating.
Yes.
So good. I'm actually sipping on it right now. I've got hot water with lemon and ginger, hoping it's gonna make me stop sounding like this before I have to go to work tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got from there? Garlic, so more garlic. Here we go. And garlic's antimicrobial. I always say it wrong. Antimicrobial.
Microbial.
Yes! Thank you. So that's going to help me get better soon too.
Yes.
And then what we've got, oh, these are something that I just kind of found at the Superstore lately. So they're like semi-dried herbs.
Okay.
I'm struggling so hard today.
What happens when you're sick?
But anyways, they're amazing. They're organic.
I
And
haven't seen these.
yeah, I just discovered them. So they have these little lids on them, but they actually stack, so you can buy a bunch and they just like stick in your fridge.
Where did you find them?
Just in the produce aisle, like
Oh,
not in the
okay.
healthy section. Yeah, so you know how they have like the tubes of stuff that you can get that's already pureed. So they had these, so they're a bit more fresh than doing the full dry. So they have a bit more flavor and then more health benefits as well. So this is calling for basil. Did I grab basil? No, I grabbed parsley. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. You could add both. You could add either or.
That's how forgiving it is.
I actually might add a bit of basil in it, just because I like it so much. Oh, that
Parsley
smells
is
so
also
good.
very detoxifying. An
Yeah.
awesome thing to throw into your smoothies, your green juice, your dressings, and like try and get it as close to the actual parsley as possible. So not super dried or like from like.
Yeah, like don't know if I'd put in a full ground parsley.
Yeah.
Like I typically will buy mine, but this would be perfect, and it's actually really good for removing like toxic metals from your body.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, which you're thinking probably like there's metals in my body, but things like get into us from like the water supply or fish, you know, like mercury, things like that. That's gonna help detoxify that and like get it out of your body.
Very cool.
Yeah, so many benefits. Oh, and now we've got turmeric, another favorite, anti-inflammatory. Oh man.
And actually, I had these clients before that were actually from India and told me that in this part of India they were from, that they didn't even know what Alzheimer's was until they moved to Canada. And they said they actually attributed it to turmeric for being so anti-inflammatory. So a lot of Alzheimer's can come from like inflammation in your body and your brain.
Yeah.
So they would actually have like a turmeric root that they would cut like an inch or two of. And if you guys are watching, hi, I miss you guys. And then they would blend it with a little bit of oil and then sometimes add pepper, and they would like actually eat that. Obviously they have it in lots of their meals, but it's so anti-inflammatory that they said like they literally didn't even know what the disease Alzheimer's was until they came here, which is crazy, and they attribute it to the turmeric.
Well, inflammation, like disease is caused by inflammation. So even if you think like, I don't have like knee pain or back pain, I'm not inflamed, most people are inflamed, so you should always try to add some things into your body just because it's a safe way to prevent disease.
Yeah.
And it's such a mild flavor, like I really don't even notice it. Like
Yeah.
I put it sometimes like in my, when I make like a matcha latte or whatever, I'll just sprinkle in some turmeric.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to be careful of is it stains your hands.
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
white nails the one day and all of a sudden I'm like, oh god.
Yes, I actually, when I would be making like the actual like turmeric root into that little thing, it's really good for your skin too, if you have any skin issues. But I actually started using gloves, and it ruined the inside of the blender, but it's worth it. But yeah, it's definitely powerful with color.
And you know what? This is something that my mom did. She took turmeric powder and I think just added water and made like a paste with it. And she put it on her hip where she had a lot of pain.
Oh.
And all the pain went away. And my dad's like, you're crazy. That didn't happen. So she tried it on his knee and he's a little skeptical and he still talks about it. He's like,
Yeah.
I haven't had knee pain since. And like,
That's amazing.
yeah. And I never even thought to do that. I was like,
Yeah.
Mom, thanks for the tip.
That's awesome.
Okay, so that's everything that we need for this one. So I did add a little bit of sea salt and pepper as well while we were chatting there.
And thank you for the tea from Little Organic Kitchen. Delicious.
Oh no. Oh, there we go. So just make sure that the hemp parts get good and blended if you want it to be a nice consistent texture. If you don't mind the crunch, then it doesn't matter. Oh, this looks so good.
It does look yummy. And what kind of salad would you want to put this on?
Smell that, yes.
Oh,
you know what? For some reason, when I smell that, I automatically just crave like a garden, like romaine, like crunchy salad.
Oh, yeah, I can see
you know
that.
what I mean? With like radishes and stuff.
Yummy.
But I'm sure I'd just put it on anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be delicious on kale. Okay, so now we're getting into my go-to. So I shouldn't necessarily say it's my go-to because I make them up as I go every single time. And I like it to be a bit different. Typically, I start off with avocado oil. Obviously, you can use olive oil. I just like to make sure I mix my oils up so that I'm always getting a different variety. So I'm just gonna measure. Well, not measure, I guess. I just like to throw things in. Let's make a decent-sized one.
Don't be afraid of oil.
And this one, I keep my olive oil or my avocado oil actually in the fridge. It's good to be in a dark, cool place. So I just throw mine in the fridge now, that I don't have to worry about temperature fluctuation or anything like that. But it does get a little thick sometimes. And now I'm going to use apple cider vinegar. Ash and I are both obsessed with this. Actually, when we were kind of doing some research the other day on something else, a detox drink or something. Mm-hmm. And I was just like rereading the benefits of apple cider vinegar because there's so many that I sometimes forget. And I was reading one about heartburn.
Yes.
And they were saying, and actually it was my friend Emily is pregnant right now, and she's been saying that her heartburn is just out of control. So when I read this, I was like, oh, I need to tell her. So if you take 1 cup of like room temperature water and you add 1 tablespoon of this in and you drink it about 5 minutes before you eat, it'll help reduce any of the heartburn and obviously help with digestion and bloating and all of that. It doesn't taste the best on its own.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do shots. I should actually do a shot of it now to make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, go for it.
Sometimes though, it makes you go into a coughing fit.
Good for your pH balance and everything too.
I laugh when people are like, I could never do that. I'm like, have you ever done a shot of tequila? Have you ever done a shot of whiskey?
Yeah.
This is good for you. You can do it.
I actually prefer to take it like that rather than mix it with water because I feel like it's taking too long. So I'd rather
me
just
too. I get it over with.
Yeah, and if I get really bloated or like really gassy from having like a meal that's not maybe so good for me, that is my go-to. And sometimes I even threat Matt when he's like really gassy. I'm like, honestly, if you fart one more time, you have to take a sip of apple cider vinegar. He's gonna be so happy I shared that with you too.
I was trying to use it as I read that you can use it as like a face toner.
Yes, I used to.
But I couldn't stand the smell of myself.
Oh yeah, it goes away quickly.
I get into bed and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
So I stopped.
Yeah.
Maybe I can find a way to dilute it or something, but
Yeah.
it was a little too much for me.
I used to use it on my face, and I probably should because I broke out this last week because we had dairy and we didn't know we had the dairy challenge. But anyways,
oh no.
I probably should use it. But yeah, it actually is a really good face toner. It's awesome.
It basically is good for everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add in some honey, just a little bit of sweetness.
And remember, you can still, like, you don't have to write this down. If you want to grab these recipes, just like grab the link above in the Facebook Live description and we'll send them to you. They'll actually get delivered right away.
Yeah. All right, so I have a little bit of extra garlic. I might as well just throw it in there, use it up. What else do I feel like doing? Let's do basil and parsley. Let's get lots of those herbs in us. And I actually find that a lot of these dressings taste better like a few days later. Like as the ingredients start to really like marinate together.
For sure. Sometimes I even like, this is actually from my parents, but sometimes I'll even just cut raw vegetables and put something similar to this on top, like a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of lemon juice and oil with some like salt and pepper and herbs. And your vegetables stay fresh for so much longer and like a nice crunch and they won't go bad. So like often like your vegetables will start to brown within like a couple days if you start cutting them. But if you put something like this on top and then keep it almost just like a vegetable salad in your fridge, they'll stay better for a lot longer. And it actually helps absorb nutrients too.
Yeah. Here's one of my favorite things to add in salad dressing. I put it in almost every single one is Dijon mustard. I'm a huge Dijon fan. So if you don't like it, don't add it. But it really gives it a nice kick. I add quite a bit because I'm obsessed with it.
Especially now if you're not feeling the best, like if you're feeling congested,
I
it
know.
will really help to clear it out.
I can like eat Dijon almost by the spoonful though. People get so gross, like, how do you like it that much? I'm like, oh, so good.
Your mom is adorable, and she just messaged, "Hi, honey."
Oh, she told me she had to watch it later.
Aw. Hi, Brenda. So sweet.
So I think that's everything that I want to put in there. I kind of made a list of an idea so I didn't get super carried away. You know what? I'm going to get crazy here. I really love adding red wine vinegar to mine too.
Oh, okay.
Just as a little bit of a different taste. As you can see, it always is just whatever I have on hand. You can keep it super simple. If you want to do just avocado oil, some lemon juice, and like apple cider vinegar, you can leave it at that. I just think that a lot of people assume that salads have to be boring and they're not tasty. And like, how do you eat them all the time? Having a good dressing, a healthy dressing, is going to make all the difference in the world.
And it helps with the digestion too. Like a lot of people don't want to eat salads because they feel like it's going to make them feel bloated with all like the lettuce and the raw veggies. That really helps with your digestion. And then like we said, also to help with the absorption of all the amazing vitamins and nutrients.
Woo! Smells good to me.
Can I smell?
Yeah. You can smell the apple cider vinegar. It's pretty strong.
It doesn't bother me. And it almost makes your jaw tingle.
Right? So that's it. So we've got 3. I made such a mess. I was going to keep it all organized and in order, but so here we go. We've got the one from Dr. Axe, the one from Julie, and the one from me. 3
Awesome.
dressings. How long did that take us? Like 15 minutes? 20 minutes?
It took us 20 minutes, but we did chat a little bit.
We did chat. So you could obviously do it quicker, but there you go. You have so many different dressings on hand, different options to keep you motivated to eat your greens.
Yeah. So one question I want to ask you, so you can kind of tell people what would be your motivation not to buy a store-bought salad dressing?
I actually have one on hand that I will show you. I found this in the back of my fridge. I don't even know how long it's been there for. I'll hide it so you don't see the brand. But I was reading the ingredients. So it's got soybean oil, sugar, vinegar, salt, mustard, paprika. Okay, that sounds fine. Then this gets to the part where I can't pronounce things. Propylene glycerol, alginate, calcium disodium EDTA, and something called BO53G.
So what is that?
And I'm not trying to say that just because you can't pronounce it, it's not good. There's lots of things that have long names that are fine for you. However, if you see something that says low fat or calorie wise or anything like that,
or can sit on the shelf for like 6 months and not have to be put in the fridge,
there's usually a reason why you don't want to consume it. So, I mean, of course, sometimes you're in a bind and you have to pick something up, but really try to find something that's actually in the produce aisle.
Yes.
One of the brands that I actually find that I buy when I'm in a pinch is Renee's.
Yeah.
Like, they use a lot more, they're not perfect, of course not. When you're going to buy something from the store, it's never going to be as good as making it at home, but they definitely have the cleanest ingredients out of all of the ones that I buy. So, I have one, I think, on me. So sometimes I'll use this one when I'm in a bind if I just don't have the ingredients or I'm in a rush or I'm just kind of sick of the ones that I make. And again, like I said, it's not perfect, but it definitely is better than a lot of the alternatives.
Yeah.
So,
it actually says it's void of a whole bunch of bad things.
yeah, no artificial flavors, colors, trans fat free, cholesterol free, dairy free, egg free, gluten free, and vegan.
Yeah. The only thing you have to be careful with Renee's is the ones that are creamed often do have dairy in them. So
Yeah.
if you have any sort of dairy sensitivity, you wouldn't
Yeah.
want to have that one. So get like the vinaigrette. So what did Krista say? I love making my own dressings, but my family loves ranch. Do you have any thoughts on making something similar? Or creamy that you could use with, say, I can't read the rest, Krista, whoops, but I'm assuming you mean for like a ranch, so would you have any ideas?
I haven't actually, that's on my to-do list to find one as well because I miss ranch. I have seen like ones online that use avocado.
Yep.
To make it a bit thicker and
Yep.
like nutritional yeast to kind of give that cheesy flavor.
Yeah.
You might just want to play around with it, check online. I'll see if I can find something too and share it. But yeah, I'm actually I've seen a few, but I know Nicole has a really good Caesar one that she makes.
Yeah.
And it's been on my list forever of things to make and I literally just keep forgetting about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, check online. I know a lot of like Oshi Glows, like cookbooks like that, if you're looking for like a more vegan one, has tons of recipes like that in it.
Yep.
But as far as I know, avocado is a big one, and same with nutritional yeast.
Yeah,
and
nutritional
cashews
yeast.
as well.
Yeah.
So soaking cashews in water, sometimes even overnight, and then you blend them and it gets that really creamy texture.
Yeah.
It's bland, so that's when you would add in the other ingredients to make it have the flavor.
Yeah, like the Dijon mustard, the herbs, all that kind of stuff.
Nutritional yeast for sure would be a big one. So yeah, cashews I think would be the way to go for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Taco salad. Oh, go with taco salad. Yeah. So hopefully that helped, Krista. And I wonder if you're working again today like you were last Friday when you popped on. But anyways, thank you so much, guys, for watching. And like we said, we put together the recipes for you. So if you want them sent, just click the link above and then it will be sent right to your email. But we hope everyone has a wonderful weekend and happy Friday. And thanks for joining us. And what are you talking about next Friday? Do you remember?
It's green juice.
Oh,
right?
it's green juice next
We're
Friday.
going to talk about green smoothies, green juice, benefits, all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next Friday at 10:30, same time. And enjoy your day. And we will chat with you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.